Hello everybody and welcome back to today's video. Recently, a good friend of mine reached out and asked if I could make something kind of Snoopy vibes for them. They are also fellow gardeners, so I asked them if I could make Snoopy a little hippy dippy, a little stoner, a little gardener, a little couch potato. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna start off with using my Sculpty Original, mainly because I need to make a large base, and I don't wanna use all of my Sculpty Primo for that. I have lots of extra Original left, so that's what I'm gonna use. I have to start with really conditioning the clay. You wanna warm it up. You wanna be able to bend this clay and fold it without any cracks or splits in it. If you're seeing a lot of cracks and splits, it means it's not conditioned enough. I'm using one of my acrylic rollers here just to roll it out kind of flat. I'm really bad at cleaning them after I use them, so I have to use rubbing alcohol and just scrub down that bad boy. You can kind of see when I'm folding it here, I do still get some splits, so I know that I am not conditioned quite enough. This part is a little tedious and boring, but it's very important. And when you fold over your clay, you want to start rolling where the fold was, so then you can kind of push out those air bubbles. If you do it the other way, it kind of traps air bubbles inside of the clay. Here I'm starting to kind of test the waters on the bend and snap. What's that from? What is that from? Bend and snap. Anyway, yep, no cracks here. Next, I'm gonna whip out my clay pasta roller. I wanna set it on the thickest setting. And I'm just gonna keep on making flat sheets, and every time I fold, I'm feeding it in my machine with that fold first to squeeze out them air bubbles. I'm gonna do one last fold, trying to get it just as rectangular as I can. I'm not really looking to do your conventional shape on this either, so I'm trying to go for a little bit of a weeble wobbly kind of psychedelic shape. So the ceramic tile is really gonna come in handy with that. I'm not gonna wanna pick up this project at all and move it. So I'm going to get my small ceramic tile and I'm gonna sculpt everything right on top of it. Don't mind this part. My biggest fan came in.
It's just open.
Just to check on me.
It was like a puddle.
Yeah, kind of, huh?
Yeah. What are you making?
You'll see. It's a friend. A friend wants me to make something for a birthday.
Oh, a birthday.
I am so lucky and so grateful to be a stay-at-home mom, but for anybody that has been one, you know, it is not easy. But no matter what, I guess I'll always have somebody to talk to, someone to always hang out with me, and her perspective is always just so funny. In her words, we're going to take this one long thing, and this is going to be my border. Just roll out a long piece of clay. I roll it into a snake, and then I'll roll it through my pasta roller, make it nice and flat, and then just cut with my tissue blades to give it a nice straight edge. There very well may be an easier way to do this. This is just the way that I have discovered works for me. Once I'm feeling pretty good about my border, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my base over and just start sticking it on the side, pushing down as well as into the base. I use a lot of these silicone tip tools. These are my tried and true. This square kind of flat one really helps get into those edges and push the sides down where I need them to go. So I just went ahead and I took some time just to kind of smooth out the sides, make sure that there's no gaps in between the tile and my base. Then after I'm feeling good about that, I'm just gonna put the little missing piece from the border here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my silicone tip tool tools and just start gently trying to smooth out this seam so we don't see where they came together. Okay, and I'm just gonna do the other seam on that added strip as well. And you can see if you're just really gentle, soft sweeping motions, it just smooths right out.
I really want
I can't for the life of me remember what she wanted me to do, but it was probably some sort of snack or to wipe your butt. I can't remember. Another silicone tool. I'm just gonna press the sides of my border around my base. Also, if you don't like fingerprints and scratches and all that stuff, I use baking powder. Baking powder is my lifesaver. Some people use cornstarch, some people use baby powder. This is just what I had in my cupboard, and I Googled it and it said it worked about the same. So it's what we've been using. But all you have to do is just take a little bit of that baking powder, cornstarch, whatever, on your finger and rub it on your pieces. Before baking, obviously. I would put it as like you're filing your nail. I don't know. For me, it's basically like you're just sanding it. You're getting any of the imperfections out, and it makes it nice and smooth and nice and matte. After baking polymer clay, it does come out matte anyway, but for me, when I can see basically what the piece will look like after it's done baking before I bake it, it just gives me a little bit more peace of mind, I suppose. I am a perfectionist and my worst critic, so yeah, can somebody come get that demon off my shoulder? And now we are going to start making Snoopy's couch. Ooh. Go ahead and I start separating and weighing out my pieces of clay. The back of the couch was 8 grams and the sides and the bottom of the couch were all 6 grams. I do start out by rolling each of the pieces into a ball, and then I use my acrylic roller to kind of give it a pill kind of oblong shape. Like a this. Then I just set it down and I smash it. Tee-hee. Anywho, I'm just gonna go and smash all the rest of these and then get them all ready for assembly. Here I'm just showing you how both sides are different. One side I cornstarched and the other one I didn't, and you can see the difference that it provides, so that's why I like doing it. It just smooths everything out, gets rid of any sort of scratches or fingerprints, and I think it looks way better. So here's just me doing that and showing you the difference. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pop this couch off and see if I can't find a nice little spot to put her. I think that looks nice right there. We're just gonna take some rubbing alcohol and a cotton swab and clean up a little bit of the cornstarch and fuzz. I prefer rubbing alcohol over acetone. One of the reasons is mainly for the smell, but I don't know, rubbing alcohol just works way better for me. At this point, I am loving it, but I'm looking at it and realizing I feel like she needs a footrest. So we're gonna go ahead and make a little footrest for our couch. I'm just conditioning my clay to get it ready to roll in a ball so when I smash it, it doesn't crack or go crazy. Another trick I found, if you're wanting two pieces the same size, just take the one that you've already done, set it on top of your acrylic stamp, and then when you're pressing the one underneath, you can kind of see if you're gonna go over or under, how much more you need to smush, how much less you need to smush, all of those things. Now we're gonna pop her off and flip her upside down because I do want to put some legs on the bottom of this little stool. I'm just gonna take some of my black Sculpey and roll it into a snake. I use my acrylic roller again just to make sure that they are all, it's all uniform thickness all throughout my snake. I'm a snake, little snake. I'm sorry. Anyway, stay focused. Once I get it to the thickness I'm wanting, I just cut 4 similar sized cylinders out of it. I don't know. You want them to be about the same. Same kind of situation. Just set it there, stand it straight up and down. Use your stamper acrylic thing to smush it. Look, you have a perfect little foot for your little stool, ottoman thing. Yeah, a little foot. Then just go ahead and repeat that process with the 3 other legs. Just like a zip. Now we shall move on to our rug. Right now I'm getting my colors ready because I think I want to try to do like a shag carpet kind of vibe. And it's not something I've ever done before, but I want to do like a Lisa Frank vibe little carpet for my little sofa. So this is not something I've tried before. I have done like a tie-dye kind of looking technique, but I haven't used this many colors, so we'll just kind of see how it goes. I'm going to take my main color, which is going to be this pink, and I'm going to just start taking colors and braiding them, wrapping them. Take some pieces, put it down here. Same with the orange, just kind of put it in places. Purple. Carpet. Just kidding. I'm gonna smash it. Get it warmed up a bit. I'm gonna do like this. Oh god, it's so shaky. And then I'm gonna twist. Twist, do it again, and twist it again. That looks pretty darn close to what I'm wanting. So I want to roll this out really quick just to see what it's looking like so far. I'm gonna find my favorite part. Like this is my favorite kind of part right here. So I'm just gonna take my stamper and kind of flatten it out a little before I put it through my roller, and maybe a little bit more. Okay, so there we have that. I'm gonna put it through my roller right now and see what she looks like. I think that turned out pretty cool, and I think it's big enough for what I'm wanting to
because I'm just wanting to put like a little shag carpet in here, and maybe even like a wavy one. So maybe I'll make this carpet a little thinner. There's this side and then there's this side. I feel like I like this side better. I'm just gonna thin it out a little. I thinned it and I made it a little bit more wider. So we're gonna put this on here, and I have this texture mat I want to try, and it's cheetah print. So I'm hoping that I can get it to kind of look cheetah print, but I've never used this. I've never used one of these. It's from the dollar store, and it doesn't seem all that great. So we'll see. But from everything that I've seen people do with these, like I said, I've never used one. They take it. I'm gonna do a little baking powder on here just so it doesn't stick. But I see them press it down a little, and then they take their roller. I'm just gonna slowly, but try not to move it too much. Probably gonna be a total fail. It feels like it's not doing anything. Okay. Let's do a reveal. Oh, okay. It actually did it. I think it looks like a cheetah print. Dust some of the stuff off here. Try to get it closer so you can see the texture. Can you see the cheetah print? I feel like it looks like cheetah print. Do I want to do like a weeble wobbly one like I did with the shape of the base? Let's just try. I want it to be kind of like psychedelic, kind of retro, hippy dippy, you know? Let's reveal our rug. Let's reveal our rug. Hey, I think that's pretty cute. Now I don't want the edges to look so sharp. I'm just going to take that cornstarch, rub it around the edges to really smooth that out. And I think what I want to do to give it more definition around the edge is I think I'm going to do like a twist border. So we're going to take our scrap clay from the carpet that we just did, smash it back up. We don't want to do it too much or else the colors are just going to start blobbing together. And take off some like this, roll it in a ball. This part is a little tedious just because it takes some time. We want to roll this out to thin noodles. There's some people have an extruder, but I don't have one of those, so I just find a flat item like one of my tiles, start rolling it. Using something like this keeps it uniform, keeps the noodle or all one thickness, I guess what I should say. Then I just go side to side, this way, helps kind of stretch it out, this way. But if you don't have an extruder, this is a great alternative. We'll see, I might just end up doing a noodle all the way around. I have not decided yet. Still just trying to make it a little thinner. Compare the thickness. Oh, actually, that looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So now I'm just focusing on getting it all uniform and long enough. I want it to be long enough because you saw how I did the border on the main one, but if I do it longer, then I won't have to piece the borders together. It's way easier if you don't have to sit there and try to put the borders together. So I think that's pretty good. I can just take, I'm going to cut the beginning of my noodle, actually. Cut it. And I'm just going to start wrapping it around the border of my fun carpet. Just ever so slightly pressing, pushing. Don't want to ruin the roundness of the noodle. Cut. I think that looks pretty gosh darn cute. Now we just need to place it in our little living room. Take one of my tissue blades.